Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are, we're so close to getting this car fired up. We're getting super excited here. So, let's take a look a little bit more, but let's start out. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and subscribing. If you haven't yet, go check out our website real quick, www.badinfluencegarage.com. We have some hats, shirts, everything out there for different merchandise, and we have a couple of new things coming in the new year, so keep your eyes peeled there. We do try to ship everything out within one day. Sometimes it might be two if we're out racing, but take a look there. Anyway, right now we have the car up in the air. We'll turn around here. Boo! And we are just getting ready to take care of a few things on it, like torque converter. We have to seal up some stuff on the oil pan so we can put oil in it. You guys saw on the previous video we just put out a day or two ago that we got the engine in, we got the turbo kit in, we got everything hooked up, and we were waiting on some parts. Well, we're still waiting on, I believe, one fitting, and then we'll have everything pretty much finished and ready to fire up. What we do have to do is seal up a couple of small things, prime the oil, and get the cam sync dialed in on there. So let's go ahead. We're going to catch up with Al. He's already under the car. And so under the car, catching up with Pop there. Hey, Pop. Hey. I know what you're doing. Can you tell us a little bit of what you've been doing under the car here and what's going on?
I'm hiding.
Oh, horrible hiding spot.
It didn't work, did it?
Found you right away.
Dang. Anyway, so we're just sealing up the oil pan. I got a few things here that we want to seal off before we take and prime the engine up, you know.
Well, guys, we got to use our new oil fill cap that we put in. That's pretty nice. So we just filled everything up with oil. I didn't film that because I need both hands. And while we were working on that, Al was taking care of some stuff up here that we were finishing up.
I just wanted to take and replace all the carburetor gaskets, the base gasket, the hat gaskets on there, make sure everything's good there. We still have to hook up all the fuel system for it.
Right here, this is what we keep calling the cam sync. We're gonna move some lines here. This is a actual what's called a mag drive, or for a magneto that creates its own spark. Well, we modified it and we put right here a cam sensor, so that would be like your cam position sensor on this type of a setup. It's called a cam sync on there, but we'll have to pull this out so we can prime it. But this is what we keep referring to when we say we have to sync the cam sync, or what we're doing is making sure that the timing of this sensor and our crank sensor are together. Let's start priming the oil. Now what we are going to do is going to go here. I already have the drill ready. And this, see if we can get it on camera here. We'll move this line out of the way-ish. There we go. Maybe. That's a tough one because that hole is dark. But we could go in here, boom. And that's how we are gonna take and prime that. I'm gonna go ahead and get this on a tripod, let you guys see some of that, but myself or Al, we're gonna run the drill, and somebody else needs to be in the car to watch the gauge to make sure to build an oil pressure, everything's correct. What we're doing while we're priming this is Al is running the drill to run the oil pump, and I'm taking and turning, and then we do 20 seconds of prime on there. That way we're getting oil to all of the different pieces of the top end where everything is moving, and we'll turn the crankshaft over twice because one full, 4-stroke cycle is 2 turns on the crank. So that's kind of what's going on here. So we pulled the cover off, and this is the actual sensor. This is our magnet right here, and that is what's going to tell us where top dead, or I'm sorry, that's going to tell us where number 1 is at. Okay, so with this, this is going to spin counterclockwise this way, and this obviously is going to stay in one spot. Now that magnet is going to come past the sensor like this. Try to get it in better. It's got a weird angle here, okay? It's gonna go whoop. Now you see there's this time where the sensor can read it here, 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 here. Oh, see how it's just past it there? Now you can have on the rising edge when it sees it, so right when it sees it, oh, okay, now we know where it's at, or give it some time because it's gonna see it. It's gonna go like that, and then when it disappears, so it no longer sees the magnet, boom, that's when it tells the signal. So that is what's called a falling edge, because it sees it, it has that little bit of what we'll call dwell time. It has that little bit of time where it sees it, and then once it no longer sees the magnet on there, it drops and goes, okay, now this is where we're at, this is top dead, this is everything. So and that's how like a magnetic, the sensor down on the crank sensor works the same way. We run that as a falling. We run this as a falling. We run them as a falling because it just is a little bit more accurate, where it gives it that extra time. And it, I mean, your ECU has to compute, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead, we'll let you guys see this, but I'm gonna go ahead and dial this in exactly how it needs to be. Today's our deadline. Today is the 31st of January, and hopefully we can get this fired up. Our fittings showed up today, so we have our oil feed line for the turbo. We have that kind of zip tied in place so it doesn't wobble around and melt on the turbo itself. Our return line we have down here, the fittings came in for that, so that is made now. You saw when we were under the car yesterday that we have the feed line to the oil pump made. That's a 20 line. And next we are going to go ahead and we have to put fuel in this. So that's right there. Did you already put fuel in, or?
Nope.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put fuel in it.
Gotta do these.
We're gonna fill up the bowls with methanol. So we'll take one of these out of here, and we have a squirt bottle. We squirt it full of methanol until it almost comes out on both, so that way we have fuel right away. And we already have, like you guys have seen before, it's over here plugged in. The oil heater is already plugged in. We went from a 200 watt heater that we had there before, and it took a while. In less than half an hour, we were at 100 degrees in this. So pretty happy with that. But we're gonna get back to work on this, get this ready, and hopefully fire this up here in just a bit.
Is that like, are we 180 off? What? It popped so hard it blew out over here. Okay. I was gonna check for leaks.
I know. I have the camera rolling, but the reason I just shut it off is I turned it over and I clicked the ignition on, and it took a while. It takes a while for the dash to.
Couldn't see
I couldn't see the oil pressure or RPM or anything on the dash. So I was like, oh, click that off right away because I'm not gonna do anything there. So don't get freaked out. But you saw the first time the cam sync was 180 out. We literally pulled it out, flipped it around. Remember we showed you how it only has a flat? So it went in, 180 out, boom, fired right off. Okay, so after some very loud yells and excitement there, I was a pretty happy guy. This has been quite the stressor on me ever since it kind of it was coming together because of trying to get parts right now. It's been so difficult.
It's terrible trying to get parts up.
You guys saw we did the first cranking and it backfired.
Yep.
Pop saw it. We actually have to reseal this hat with it 180 out. It shot through there and we saw it went. So we're gonna probably have to glue that down and come up with a better solution.
With a better system on it.
You guys, you've seen a lot now. It's taken us a bit to get this together, not just because of vendors, but the cost of this. It's not something I like to talk about too much. We are a little bit of a smaller team. We don't have a big financial backer yet. If anybody else out there, you know, we're always accepting.
We're
you know,
accepting.
You can send an email to greg@badinfluencegarage.com, and I'd love to talk. It fired up there after we got the cam sync set in correctly.
Fired right away then.
Fired right away, and it sounded perfect, like exactly how it was supposed to sound.
We're not going to fire it again for a little while, simply because it's methanol, and every time you take and fire it up on methanol, if it's going to sit any length of time, you got to get that stuff all cleaned up, gassed or lubed up or something like that. Get rid of the methanol in there.
Yep. So we didn't put anything in the tank. So that was literally just off of what was in the bowls.
I'm glad it happened here, not at a race.
Yeah, that was just off of the bowls. So we will go ahead and we'll I'll oil down the carburetor in the bowls and drain that still, so that nothing happens there. But it fired up.
Yep.
We have some more stuff we have to go through. We have a laundry list of stuff. We're gonna redo our transmission overflow tank. You guys are gonna see that coming up. We're going to redo the rear parachutes. We want to go to a single chute to save a little bit of weight. When we go to Georgia, we're bringing we're gonna bring the dual chute setup with, in case we do end up going, you know, up near 200 miles an hour. We can throw that on and make sure we're safe there. We need to
do some electrical work on the car.
Yep, we reorganized some of the wiring on here, and the crank and cam signal, or the harness on there. It sits too long, so he's gonna cut that and kind of repin that. We need to scale the car, and we're gonna modify the wicker bill on the rear. Just a bunch of stuff like that. So that's gonna be in some upcoming videos. But thank you guys for watching on the first fire up. It's been amazing.
We appreciate it. We really appreciate your following. Tell other people follow us. You know, if there's something that you want us to show more of, please put a message on there. Give a message to Greg. He's the one who takes care of this.
Yep, and we still have the video of your Corvette that we did on his C6 Corvette. It's got a new camshaft, CNC ported heads. It's got shaft rockers that we put on it. It's got a new torque converter in there. Did the exhaust system on it, headers, just a bunch of stuff on there. And we will see what happens during 2022 with our race season. But the fall Rocky Mountain Race Week, when they release the dates and everything for that, the idea is to run the C6 Corvette on Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0 this year.
Just have some fun. With
Al driving, and we're going to probably put in one of the index classes, trying to hit like 11.0. We've never done a drag and drive, and it's going to, everybody says they're fun as heck, and before we build a car that's going to go, before we build a car that's going to do a heads up deal on that, we want to go see how it kind of works with like an index style thing. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Severely appreciate it. Like and comment if you did enjoy it. Let us know what you thought of it and the fire up. Also on there, check out the website, badinfluencegarage.com. Get yourself a hat, t-shirt, sticker, can, koozie. I don't have pens on there yet. The pens are coming soon, and I've got a bunch of other new stuff that's going to be coming in the beginning of 2022. Thank you guys very much for watching, and until next time, guys,
Happy New Year.
Be safe.